It's going to be this gentleman here, but again, I know you can't see him. No, not on a live feed. If this wasn't being streamed live, then I could have taken it home, edited it, done those things. But I do go live for certain things like this, just because I did zoom in for a second on him.
So it's this gentleman right here, right?
This gentleman right there. I don't know if you can actually see him, but that's him and his female partner.
Okay. He looks okay. He is no longer with us.
Okay.
He's no longer with us. So
okay.
Since that's a perfect picture, I can tell you more body type, like that. He is no longer with us.
Right. Again, my concern's going back to that first video, where your guard is actually. It's actually funny. I know that you've seen the video. I don't, but it's funny. I approach him while he's telling another guy, "Oh, those auditors are coming out here. You know, oh, I'm going to get that guy," and I'm laughing about it. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the guy you're talking about. I'm filming you saying this." And I joke about it, you know, but I disarmed him very quickly. My verbal, as soon as I saw his hand go to his pistol and his thumb go inside.
He is no longer with Allied Universal.
Right. But again, you have to understand that other people who do similar things to what I do may not have the knowledge of security or law enforcement practices, or may not have understood how apprehensive that guard was and why he put his thumb in his retention holster. I verbally de-escalated him very quickly, but I didn't have to. I shouldn't have had to. But again, the issue goes back to your guards have this unrealistic. Okay. He's on the phone now, but you know, the guards overreacting to things is insane.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. I am Diaz.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for calling me. Like I said, I try to help you as best as I can. But okay. those guards and like that, you get my bad name there like that. You got it. Those guards are no longer with us, so I got to get going forward. Okay.
I understand you're moving forward.
Yes, sir.
But my point about why are your guards still telling people that they're directed to tell people who are filming on via property that they need permission?
Like I said, it's public property, so it leads to private property. Unless you have no intent to rent no bus or intent to use the channel of transportation, then that can lead to private property.
Okay, again, the issue goes back to VIA's actual policy, and Rachel Benavides, I can show you the email from her. We've already cleared this up. They do not need to actually be using the facilities to film in public.
Everyone has an hour, correct. Yeah, we're told, everyone has an hour to 2 hour frame of, they can chill inside, understand.
Right, and some guards reduce that to 15 minutes, but again, we're looking at what's reasonable.
Yeah.
And I mean, I explained that to officers before. I explained that to riders too. Look, the guards have a job to do here. If it looks like you're loitering, but again, the way that guards approach or talk to people is where the issues come from. Because see, I have viewers who send me things all the time. That's why I go to different areas in town. That's why I went out to Converse, why I went out to Uvalde, other places. So, when I hear it and I go out and I witness it myself, I go, yeah, that's a problem. Your company, they handle this area, and they also handle, some of the stop and rides or whatever. Most of your guards have been good, but again, I have to, seriously question when guards continue to say, well, our supervisors told us to say this. And I'm like, you realize when you tell someone that they can no longer film without getting written permission first, you just violated their rights. That's a lawsuit for some of the people who do what I do. I haven't sued anybody. Trust me, I've got about 6 cases, and I'm not afraid to go to jail. I think you guys are aware of that. I can sue on each of these bad arrests. I don't, because I think educating is better. But, I mean, again, if I don't tell you and you don't pass that back down to your guards and they continue to do it, someone else is going to watch my channel and they're going to go, VIA is a payday. Look at all these infractions they continually do. And while you say, well, these guards are no longer with us, the problem is that Allied Universal hires guards, but most of them actually work private property and not public property. Most guards do not understand the difference between private property and public property, because most guards never work public property. And I guess for me, what I'm saying is maybe you guys should have a short class on, hey, the rules are different on public property, guys. We know you're used to being on private property, so you throw out, criminal trespass warnings left and right. But when they're on private property versus public property, you can't just go around doing that. You can't just, you're not in charge.
Yeah, the reason why I'm agreeing with you because I came from private property to public property. I have to learn the same situation.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I go out and I try to educate guards. And trust me, your captain at night, he understands that. I go way out of my way. I spend a lot of time. I know you've got to go. I don't want to tie you up any further. But when I say, if
sound busy.
Yeah, no.
I told you, just do it right now. It's perfect.
Yeah, if you see me out, I do what I do. And like I said, I'm approachable. I'm also a rights guy. So even while I'll tell you my name right now, if a guard comes up and asks me my name, I'm going to do the rights thing. I'm like, I don't have to ID to you. I mean, who are you? One of the big issues that I do have with guards are name tags. You have yours on. Thank you. A lot of your guards choose not to do it. I don't understand it. It's a state requirement, 3514, anywhere they go, but especially working public property. And they go, well, and I'm like, I could be a prick and call up DPS and have an investigator come down here and give you a $25 fine. I'm like, if I'm not going to sue my city for, a $10,000 unlawful arrest, do you think I got time to waste on a guard getting a $25 fine? No.